What's going on, guys? I want to recap today's price action. I feel like a lot of times when you look back at price action like this, you tend to think to yourself, it seems easy, but it was really, really hard, right? And if you really slow down and kind of take a step back, the market did do exactly what it looks like it did. So we're looking at the 1 hour chart. Market looks like essentially it just went down all day. Now, if you're trading small time frames, if you're trying to have extremely small stop losses, if you're trying to, I don't know, really just scalp in and out off the open, sure, it probably seemed hard. But if you kind of just look at what started to really unfold after the first 30 minutes, after the first hour and a half, the market essentially just went down, and you should have been short. You should have been looking for shorts. You should have been shorting every pop, because there's a few things here. First hour candle of the day, it does put in a little bit of a spike and then starts to pull back. I will agree. For the first 30 minutes to 45 minutes, it was extremely choppy. This candle, the 10 a.m. candle, needs to be a very telling sign, because if you look at the first hour candle of the day, it's over your linear regression. It's over your 5 SMA. Okay. So let it chop around, let it do whatever it needs to do. But if you notice the 10 a.m. candle, Eastern, the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. candle, this candle now closes below the linear regression, and it loses the 5-10 day moving average. Now, if you think and you go to a 5 minute chart, 1 minute chart, 2 minute chart, you don't want to go against a trend, right? So if we are power trending, and sometimes you guys may hear me talk about a power trend over the 5-minute 5 SMA. If we are power trending over the 5-minute 5 SMA, we're not looking to go short, right? But what about when we now lose that 5 SMA? That quote unquote short-term trend is over. The same rules apply to the higher time frames. I think a lot of you guys who are looking to scalp are completely disregarding your higher time frames. And when I mean higher time frames, I'm talking about the 60-minute view, the 30-minute view. You guys are not looking at them enough, because if you are, then clearly between 11 a.m., okay, and noontime, we lost the 20 SMA, and we lost this double bottom from the overnight extended hour session. Look at the low here. Look at the low here. Look at these two red lines. This is a 50 EMA, 50 SMA. This double bottom was taken at 11 a.m., between 11 a.m. and noon time. Okay. So if you are starting to put the puzzle pieces together and you're reading the story, we swept highs off the open. It chopped around for 30 minutes. The top of the hour at 10 a.m., we started to chop around and now lose your short-term power trend, 5 SMA, closure below the linear regression. It's all systems go to the downside. And especially for a lot of you guys who are trading 1 micro, 2 micros, guys, this candlestick here is 85 points. You could have essentially just put an 85 point stop loss. Do I recommend an 85 point stop loss? No. But you could have just put a 85 point stop loss here and just held it. Because what's the worst case that's going to happen? You lose 160 bucks. That's nothing. It's peanuts, right? Now, again, easier to do in hindsight when you're looking back at the chart. Okay, well, let's look at the 5-minute chart and let's kind of see what type of setups we have. Okay, because I think a lot of people get confused that there was no really good setups. And I scalped the shit out of today's market. Now, again, yes, look at the first 30 minutes of the market, right? The first 30 to 40 minutes, absolute shit show. When it's not really giving you any moves, you got to just stay out of the market. If you're noticing the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes are chopping around, guys, just wait till the 10 a.m. candle and beyond. You will get moves after. Look at this beautiful 20 SMA trade here, 705, 1005 Eastern. It's a long trade. Did it give you a lot? No. But 25,246 all the way up to 25,257. Guys, this is a 10-point move here. If you have, for most of you guys, you're scalping, right? You're looking for 10 points. That's a good move. Look at the move to the downside. Risk was 20 points on this short. This short ended up being an all-day hold. But even if you were scalping for 10 points, 20 points, 30 points, 5 points, you should have made money here. The next big idea, look at what happened once we closed below the 200 SMA. Guys, if you're not running the 5 SMA, the 20, the 50, and the 200 on your chart, you're doing yourself a disservice. Even if you're not using the linear regressions, you are doing yourself a disservice. Those moving averages will give you a definitive guide on where you can put your bias. Look at what happens once we close below. And again, this is at 11 a.m. Eastern. Once we closed below the 200 SMA, it was an absolute free fall to the linear regression. Why were we not capturing this short? Why? Look at the closure below the linear regression, right? Okay, allow it to bounce. Allow it to confirm the low below linear regression. That was here, and look at what happens. We proceeded to drop another scalp, right? So there was plenty of opportunities today. This was not a choppy day. This was an absolute destruction free fall. What was choppy was the first 30 to 35 minutes. So what that tells me is if you are sitting back and you're saying today was choppy, there was no moves, the market this, the market that, guys, you are looking to make money right here, right here. That's it. You're looking to make money like right in this area. And you're like, holy shit, there's no money short, there's no money long, there's no money short, there's no money long. And you're just stressing yourself out in this bullshit. And you're not even sticking around for the real move. You got to stress patience. You're not going to find a trade every single day that pays you right off the open. And when I say right off the open, that's right in here. And it's very frustrating to see traders wanting to every single day make all of their day's P&L right in this fucking small zone. Right here. Right where I'm going over this zone is where everyone starts to say that the market sucks today. It's choppy. There's no trend. Nothing's going on. Moves are faking me out. Blah, blah, blah. Guys, sit on your freaking hands and look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture was this. If we take out this high, we go fucking long. The bigger picture is this. We lose this 200 SMA. There's nothing down here. We go fucking short. Right? So even if that means that you sat on your hands for 2 hours and you waited for us to give up the 200 SMA, then oh well, you sit on your hands and you wait for the 200 SMA to get given up. Hopefully you guys take something out of this video. Hopefully you guys learn to be more patient. Hopefully you guys learn to stop giving up on the market just because you don't find something right here in this initial print. Okay? Make sure to give a thumbs up. If you guys need evaluation accounts, 80% off with $85 activation fees with Apex using code DAnthony. I'll see all of you guys on the next video.